Hi, I'm Rosanna Anderson. I'm the co-artistic director of Impermanence. We're a dance theatre company that is based in Bristol, and we're here at the Mount Without, which is a venue right in the centre of Bristol, which we've been turning into a dance centre for the last 5 years. And today we are building our whole seating bank system and stage that we've worked with Stage and Tiers to design and have fabricated and installed. Because once a month we're going to be doing a dance show here. So we're setting up this tiering system so that we can seat 200 people in the audience, and we can have a sprung dance stage 8 by 8 meters at that end. So we're here today kind of working out how to set it up as efficiently as possible, because it's being set up and packed down every month. And what's also new for this time, this is the second time setting it up, but the first time setting up the huge drape, which is going to be at the back of the stage. So it's a really exciting day. It's been a long journey to get to this place, and yeah, it feels amazing that now we can offer such a great experience to audiences coming here to see dance. So the investment in the venue has really changed what we can do here. Before, we only had seats all on one level. They were wedding chairs. They weren't really very comfortable, and the sight lines were terrible. We were constantly trying to work out how can we get more audience in, but still give them a good experience. So now that we've got the seating bank and the tiers, it means that everybody's got a perfect view. We've got really comfortable seats now as well. They're red velvet seats, and yeah, it just means that now we're able to have 200 people here instead of 100, so we've doubled our capacity. And I think people just really feel like now they're properly coming to the theatre. Whereas before it was DIY and it was cool and kind of, they were seeing interesting work, but we had so many people complain about how much their backs hurt afterwards, or how they couldn't see what was going on. And often with dance it's on the ground, so you really need to have that, those proper sight lines to see the full show. So we looked into lots of different types of seating, and because we're not a massive team, we thought it'd be amazing to have the kind of seating bank which just mechanically goes in and out, and you don't have to spend hours building it. But this is quite an interesting space because it has a whole events team who are doing weddings and gigs and all sorts of things in the same building. So we couldn't just sort of put the seating bank at the back and then leave it there. We would have had to move it, and it weighs a lot. I can't remember exactly, but we realised that it wasn't going to work, with the kind of old tiled floor that you have in a church space like this. It wasn't going to cope with moving such a heavy item back and forth and back and forth. So in the end, we worked with Stage and Tiers to create something that was much lighter and worked with the surroundings, and that we could still pack away and efficiently into the corner and have the space open for lots of other kinds of events.
So what's happening today then?
So today we're setting up the seating bank for the second time, and all of the seats will go on top of there once that's done. And over at the back of the stage we're setting up a huge drape, which is going to be our blackout for the back of the stage, and just help to frame the performances better. It'll block out the altar that's behind the stage, which just gives, we don't want it to pretend like this is a black box theatre, because it isn't, but at the same time it's like, how do you create a little bit of formality with the space? So I think that feels like a really great addition, and we've also worked with Stage and Tiers to create that. So another thing that has changed in this venue is the fact that we now have an 8 by 8 metre sprung stage. Before we had just a tiled area up on the altar. So Stage and Tiers have worked with us to create a decking system so that the stage extends now much further than it did before, and it's level. And then on top of that we lay a sprung harlequin floor that sort of clicks together. So it means that now, we've not only got a proper seating bank, we've got a sprung stage, which is what dance companies need to perform their shows. Yeah, creating this space and having this kind of professional equipment in the space means that we can now bring in, really established dance companies, and there's a huge demand for seeing dance, and there isn't a space for dance in Bristol. It's got lots of amazing theatres, it's got circus spaces, it's got concert halls, but it doesn't have a space for dance. So having a proper stage and a seating bank so that we can seat, an audience of 200 means that now we can invite much more established dance companies to come and do their work here.
Hello, my name's Josh Bentovim. I'm one of the directors of Impermanence, based here at the Mount Without. So we stumbled across Stage and Tears as a company. We were put in touch with them, and yeah, the whole process has felt really collaborative. Feels like they really understand the audience experience and the creator experience and the venue experience. So yeah, kind of real 360 sort of perspective on what a venue needs and how this system can fit best and be most practical in terms of usage and yeah, have the greatest effect in terms of the overall end product.
Stage and Tears about a year ago to start designing something that would be able to be set up and seat 200 people in the space in terms of a raked seating bank, and then be able to be packed away again so that the weddings can take place and be popped in the corner.
Yeah, and that's been a really successful process, and working with the team at Stage and Tears was fantastic. And yeah, we're dancers as well, and we've danced on the stage now, and yeah, it really is a perfect, beautiful sprung floor, and everyone who comes in and sees those seats kind of just gasps. I mean, it's a beautiful space to start off with, and then now with the seats and the stage embedded there, they really don't look temporary. They don't look as though they're kind of just pop-up. It looks like they're really kind of bedded in and part of the space.
Yeah, we've been running dance shows once a month, and each month as the audience come in and I see their reaction, it does just feel magical, and I still can't quite believe that we've managed to do this. And as Josh was saying, it just feels like it sits perfectly in the space, and that's the beauty of the design, the quality of the products that we've gone with. It just really feels like you're coming somewhere special, and what we've put in matches the magic of the building.
Yeah, so at the moment we've got a Dedra company in performing Songs of the Bulbul, which is forming part of a national tour, including a few nights at Sadler's Wells in London. So we're able to platform and programme work that's kind of that national level calibre now, and that feels like a massive achievement.
And it was the first time that we'd installed our full new lighting rig with sort of steel beams in the building, because this capital project is ongoing, and bit by bit we're kind of turning it more and more into a proper theatre, and it was just magnificent to see the lights set up in such an incredible way. It's a big part of the show of Songs of the Bulbul, and a lot of the audience members were really moved by the performance. They were brought to tears, and just felt that Akash as a performer was incredible. And also a few people talked about the intimacy of the space, and that being something that's quite unique here. You're really close to the performer. We really feel held in a unique space. So last night went well, and then another show again tonight. Yeah.